Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we're reviewing the Heybike Horizon, a full suspension, fat tire, step-through electric bike. Come along with us while we check it out. The Heybike Horizon is sort of your quintessential folding fat tire bike, except for a few key differences. For one, it's got a beautiful paint job. Look at that yellow and red and orange, like a sunset painted across the sky. It's really quite gorgeous and frankly kinda strange to see on a $1,499 budget e-bike. But I'm glad they pulled out all the stops for the paint because this looks better than any other bike at the rack by a long shot. The Horizon is also part of a 500 bike limited run, though who knows if they don't just keep cranking them out after 500 but without individual number plates. I know I'd still want one. Next, another major difference from most of the folding fat tire e-bikes out there is that Heybike didn't go with a 20 or even 26-inch wheel. Instead, they chose 24-inch wheels, striking a balance between the two. It's still a standard wheel size, so you'll be able to find tires and tubes, and it's a compromise that works pretty well, especially when you consider that the bike is a full suspension model, and so it already rides quite comfortably. And unlike some e-bikes I've tested that just sort of pay lip service with cheap suspension that doesn't really work, this suspension, despite not looking like much, is surprisingly comfortable. Yeah, it's not going to make a sponsored RockShox race team anytime soon, but damn if it doesn't feel good riding on grass and dirt and other off-road surfaces, which is of course the whole point. And even back on the road, those speed bumps or potholes are going to feel a lot more comfortable when the bike is the one with a little give to it instead of your spine having to pick up the slack. That being said, I did find that on longer rides, especially where I was pedaling for much more of the ride, the saddle started to wear on me. As comfortable as the suspension was, the saddle was kinda quitting out in the comfort department. It's not the nicest saddle I've seen, but that is of course a simple and easy swap if you don't find the saddle agreeable for you. On the performance side, we've got a 750 watt continuous and 1200 watt rear hub motor with 80 Newton meters of torque, which is pretty darn powerful and great for hills or acceleration. It can get you up to 28 miles per hour on pedal assist, but throttle is still limited to 20 miles per hour per Class 2 regulations. Now if you do not unlock the higher speed, then now I'm going 20 miles an hour on pedal assist level 5. And it still feels reasonable here. Now, I don't feel like I'm really putting in that much of an effort. Yeah, I'm spinning the pedals, but it's not really like I'm moving the bike that much. It's really mostly the motor here. The display might not look like much, but it's got all the info you need in big, clear, and easy to read figures, so you're not hunting around for your speed or battery on a bouncing ride. There are turn signals built into the LED lighting system, which is nice for whatever good turn signals on a bike actually do, though I'm more happy to see the included fenders and rear rack, as I think I get more real-world use out of those than the turn signals. The battery here is a 48 volt and 14.4 amp hour unit for 690 watt hours of capacity. That's pretty much industry standard at this point. It's not overly large or small. They say 55 miles of range, but I say 30 miles of range, give or take 10 to 15 miles, depending on a million different factors. You can choose whoever you want to believe. Alright, so here's the thing about the pedal assist on the Heybike Horizon. Now, when you drop it into level 1 pedal assist, it's actually pretty comfortable to pedal. The power is quite manageable, it's low, and if anything, I'm like just a little bit out of breath. I feel like I'm actually putting in some effort here. The issue though is when I bump it up into level 2 here, all of a sudden I get this burst of speed, and I'm not really pedaling any harder, I'm just going about twice as fast. And so, if you're on a trail or somewhere where this is manageable, that's fine. But if you're on a tight nature trail or something, it might be a bit of an issue to just all of a sudden get these bursts of speed as soon as you bump up that pedal assist level. For me, I'm actually kind of enjoying just leaving it in pedal assist level 1 and having a nice ride where I'm actually putting in some effort and getting a little bit of exercise. That being said, the pedal assist lag is so significant that when you want to get rolling, it's really tough if you want to do it all on pedal power alone. Fortunately, there is this throttle here, so what I find is a good compromise is to just blip that throttle when I want to get rolling. That way I'm not struggling against the entire weight of the bike, and then after a couple of seconds,
that pedal assist is going to kick in, and then I can just go without throttle and pedal the whole time.
The rest of the bike feels pretty darn fine, even quite good considering the $1,499 sale price. The hydraulic brakes actually work well. They aren't just cheap hydro brakes that are there to simply check the box. The folding is nice, though how many people really fold these big, nearly 80-pound bikes? I find folding the handlebars is a lot more common, just to slip the bike into an SUV or van, or make it shorter to slide under a table or bar, etc. And everything else about the bike feels well enough made for a bike of this class. You don't find many $1,500 full suspension bikes out there that both look good and feel good. So the Heybike Horizon seems to be a winner, at least in my opinion. Yeah, there's nothing super fancy here, but it works quite well, and at the end of the day, isn't that what we all really want?
Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that review of the Heybike Horizon. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.